In the world of hot hatches, the A45 is hailed as possibly one of the craziest hot hatches that you can buy. But if you don't want all of that panache and all of that craziness, maybe an A35 might be the one for you. We are.
But this is just on a whole new level.
TVEC.
This is a performance car after all, so you'd expect it to be a lot more rough in terms of ride.
Reactions.
Yo!
Reviews.
Handmade engineering underneath this monster.
Messing around.
4 liters of fuel. Eugene, you're paying for this.
It's crazy. I'm not gonna have enough.
Like, comment, subscribe, enjoy. So you join us in the A35 and I'm taking the wheel firstly, and comfort wise it is in all its comfort settings. It's so comfortable in here. It's
Very
like
comfortable.
it's like a regular A-class hatchback or A-class sedan.
Yeah.
It's really, really comfortable in here
One thing is the suspension is on the firmer side.
because it is based on,
It
you
is
know,
still an AMG.
it
It's
is an
got
AMG.
full AMG suspension and dampening components, so
Yeah.
you can expect it to be slightly firmer. But on that, it's not much worse than a normal A-Class is. It's very livable.
No, it's so much. It's very encompassing.
Yes.
It's very much encompassing, and compared to the Golf R, this is so much more comfortable. Like
Much more.
I'm not gonna lie, this feels a lot more comfortable and a lot more like almost like in a
Luxury
way.
car.
I wouldn't say luxury car, but premium car.
Yeah, definitely premium, but in comparison to the Golf, it feels like a lot more of a luxury car.
Yeah, that one it felt high strung, like you know you wanted to push on and get
Yeah.
crazy and all that. But
Which
this
this does, but in dynamic.
in dynamic mode,
But
yes.
when you're in comfort, it is really just your daily driver.
And even when I said this with the C43, Mercedes just has this personality about them that they can make a car be so livable and so comfortable and easy. But then when I just toggle it a little bit, put in Sport Plus, the exhaust opens up. It turns into
An animal.
an animal.
Yeah.
It turns into an animal. And as the speak of the devil, a Golf R
that's a Golf R.
is literally passing us. And the gearbox is very fast actually. Oh, that is quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Very good.
It's very, very good. And you'll speak about this more when you're actually in the dynamic section.
Yeah. So stay tuned, you watching this,
Yeah.
because this isn't the last of the driving segment.
Mm.
We will have it later on where I drive it a bit more friskily.
In a way, there's very minimal lag because of that EQ mild hybrid boost.
Yes.
So it's very good. And obviously back seats, you were in the back seats. They're very comfortable, I
Back
guess.
seats are very comfortable.
Mm.
Same materials as all in the front here.
Mm.
You've got the soft touch over here. You've got the same wood trim with all your LED lights that run throughout the car. And then similar seats. Not as bolstered as the front, obviously, but same Alcantara leather. Very comfortable.
And the gearbox is very quick, I'm not gonna lie. Wow, we are just I like that pop it does, you know, when you lift off a bit and then it pa pa pa. It's very hot hatch based.
Yes.
It's very hot hatch
It's
like.
exciting.
It's very exciting.
Characteristic.
So bro, is this an AMG?
I definitely think so, especially from the changes from the previous generation. And a few to mention, they've got the Voltback AMG badge now on the front. It's no longer just the Mercedes badge. They've got these power bulges from the A45S now on all the facelifts. Being a facelift, the way to tell, Pan Americana AMG grille, as well as an updated front lower end here with some air vents there, a nice front diffuser as well.
But I think I will differ on that because you can also get this on an A250 AMG.
Yes, you can.
That's the thing.
Yes, you
so looking around the proportions
But-
of it though.
On top of that, you can also get this on an A250 AMG.
That is true. Yes, that is true. Now, this is a very big car for me personally because you know how I get when I see these types of cars roaming around.
Specifically hot hatches.
Specifically hot hatches, yes.
He loves hot hatches.
Yes, I am the hot hatch fanatic of the group. And I don't know, when I see this, I'm not really for it, but then I'm also not against it.
Yes.
So I'm usually 50-50 between.
Well, another thing that makes this AMG to me is this has the AMG Aero package.
yeah, I can see that with the
canards on the
over
sides, the flares, the Aero pack wheels, the spoiler on the back, the
Yeah.
big diffuser.
I will
that
we'll show
actually
you
works.
that. We will show you that. It's crazy just how big the diffuser is on
Yeah.
a smaller sedan like this.
And I think what's underneath here and what drives the car makes it more AMG than just the looks.
So you really don't need an A45 then.
I don't think you do.
Maybe, I don't know.
Looks wise, you can't get an A45 sedan. Cool fact for you watching, this was specifically made for the Chinese market because they like the longer wheelbase of smaller cars. There's an A3L, for instance, there.
Yeah.
But Mercedes decided to distribute it across the world. And that's why we have come to this car here. Whereas with the A-Class actual hatchback and the CLA, you can get 45. You can't in this.
And you know, personally, I think I'd rather just take the hatchback version of this.
Yeah.
I love how this thing looks. Don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful looking car.
Yeah.
But if I'm thinking of a hot hatch, I'm thinking of a cutaway at the back, 4 doors. It still has 4 doors.
Yeah, definitely.
And you know that design that I talk about.
The only thing I could contest to that is how well this drives. And you will have to stay tuned for that because we're going to get to the dynamics of this car, which may be affected due to the slightly longer wheelbase.
True, but I love how like comfortable it is.
Yes.
It's very comfortable.
It not only looks real good, but it also looks really good inside.
Definitely.
You guys are liking this video so far, and I know you are, so stick around. We've got the dynamic driving segment still to come, which you guys will thoroughly enjoy because we love this car so much. Now, I just want to say a big thanks to Ford here in Santon. And again, if you guys like this video, like the video, go down below, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell because we're going to have plenty of cars like this coming in future. And on top of that, we are on the road to 15,000 subscribers. And when we get there, we've got a car with 4 digits in its power.
Now on the interior of the A35, and it is a massive step up compared to something like a Golf R.
I have to agree, full on. I like the way they've integrated a lot of things to make it nice.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Nearly copyright.
Yeah.
But, and on that, the sound system is superb.
Oh, it's amazing. It's if you're getting an A35, get the sound system.
Yes.
I don't know if it is B&O or one of the...
I think this is even just the base one. It's not even the upgraded.
Even if it's the base one, it still sounds phenomenal.
It sounds phenomenal.
It sounds really good.
But as I was saying, they've made this really well integrated with futuristic looking technology and the basic necessities in buttons and stuff. And generally speaking, the quality on these is actually a lot better than most modern day Mercedes.
Yeah.
Especially from the steering wheel to these, to how these buttons all feel over here when you actually press them down. These things all have nailings on them, which makes it feel nice when you're moving the volume button. They've got the dynamic piece here. This being a facelift also doesn't have your handheld touch sensitive finger pacer,
so that's better
to move to the screen. So it is only touch screen. Luckily the screen's not big and it's not too far away, so it's actually very ergonomic.
Yeah, it's within reach right here.
Yeah.
Like and it's still very, very good. Like,
yeah, definitely.
This is literally a year old.
Yeah.
It's just a year old.
It's just barely a year old.
So this is still the modern MBUX system.
Yeah. And obviously the most important things here, the volume for your music and the dynamic button, so you can change into Sport Plus when you're driving. And that's all that matters.
And you have the performance page.
Yeah. By the way, on the performance page, no man, I didn't mean to press the message. Guys, you didn't see this.
Yeah.
No, go away. IWC.
IWC. Oh, that is...
because it's an AMG.
It is still an AMG. Yes.
And I think inside it really plays that part well of being an AMG.
It does feel the part in here. I mean, with the flat bottom steering wheel over here.
Yeah,
with the AMG,
full AMG steering wheel.
Full AMG badge. Your driver controls, which are in the form of a
as well as
toggle.
suspension controls there.
So you have a lot of functionality and control in here.
Yeah, especially at hand for the driver. Beautiful flappy pedals.
Oh.
I mean, some ASMR for you.
They feel
wonderful.
I still say to this day, Mercedes makes some of the best pedal shifters in the car industry.
Definitely.
It's still, in a way, it almost reminds me of the C43.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that, although that was just a touch above quality. Now, with the gauge cluster, I'm a bit 50-50 on it.
Yeah.
Because if you're not used to like a normal gauge cluster, this will look like it's something off of a hospital.
Yeah. They've done a similar thing to Audi, because Audi actually recently had the straight line trackpads where the revs actually come towards you. Same thing happens here. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can change the display. I'll figure it out somewhere.
I think when you press into performance, that's when it changes entirely.
Then it changes entirely, which is the better one.
Yeah.
So driving performance is the key to it.
Yeah.
But you have a beautiful sunroof here.
Yeah, of which
the
we
seats
tested.
are wonderful.
Oh,
I love these AMG seats. The leather and Alcantara.
It's perfect in here.
My only issue is the bulk of this interior can be had in a non-AMG.
That is the thing.
You can option these seats. Can't option the steering wheel, so that's fair play to them. But this interior trim with Alcantara and red stitching and this wood here can be optioned with non-AMG. And one thing more I have to say is this car comes alive at night.
It does.
The ambient lighting is insane. Not too long ago, I was in an A35 hatchback previous generation. And the first compliment we got was, that car looks insane inside. Not that it sounds good, it's fast. No, it looks insane inside.
And really, for a baby AMG, they really did put a lot of thought into this.
Yes.
They really did.
This is worth the money. It's got a lot of AMG in it compared to what other AMG cars cost.
Yeah.
When you consider the new C63 for 3 million rand, and you consider this is R1 million.
With the same engine.
With basically the same engine. It's got EQ boost as well. So
yeah. Now you join me at the back space or the boot space of this car. And as you can see, since it's not a hatch, it is a sedan. So it's elongated a little bit. Now fitted in here is our kit stuff and everything for filming. And if you look under here, you don't get a spare wheel because obviously it is on run flat tires because after all, it's an AMG. You want to have the performance and also the lightweightness of not having a full-size spare wheel. But overall in here, you have some netting and cargo. It's very good compared to the hatch. Yeah, this does tick a lot of people's boxes more than the hatchback. Oh, that is amazing.
Okay, and we'll start it there.
Yeah.
Starting off, this gearbox is phenomenal.
Yeah, the 7-speed DCT.
This is an 8-speed.
It's an 8-speed.
Yeah. So, funny story.
Yeah, we are stuck between two trucks.
Yeah.
We'll start it when we move.
Yeah, we'll cut it back when we've moved.
Yeah, when we move.
But yes, funny story. Previous generation A35 had the 7-speed from the previous A45. This gets the 8-speed from the current A45.
Okay.
So,
okay.
That's one of the improvements of the previous car, is the advancements in the gearbox, which as you can hear, it's so quick. And those thumps, I know there's some sound that is boosted through the speakers, but it's not an ugly sound, so it actually just helps it. But with the windows down, which you're not going to do because it messes with the mics, this car actually turns into an animal, especially at night.
Yeah, especially with the ambient lighting and how it looks. It's insane. But off the bat, like, how does it...
The steering is phenomenal. I'm going to put it back down into just drive here now. And the steering is really good, really crisp. You can feel this car is very direct.
It's very direct, very responsive.
Sharp nose.
Compared to the Golf R?
Compared to the Golf R, this feels more dynamic. Really straight away.
Yeah, I also felt that when I was driving. It's very AMG-like.
Very AMG, very playful, but very controlled because of the new formatting system that they have in this. Some other changes, this has, again, like I've mentioned, the AMG suspension
and the acceleration.
And it has EQ boost. So this is pushing out 235 kilowatts and 400 newton meters of torque from just under 2,000 RPM. That's when the peak torque comes in, which is very, very nice, very playful.
Because of the mild hybrid system.
Yeah,
so it
and that is integrated with the actual turbo of the car. So now I'm going to slow down here and do a bit of a handling test here.
Yeah, the 4MATIC Plus, I mean, not the 4MATIC Plus, but the all-wheel drive gives you so much confidence in the car.
So much confidence. This, to me, feels more dynamic than the C43 even did.
But yeah, I actually feel that.
It's smaller, lighter, and these advancements in the car are just so pronounced.
Yeah.
I mean, if we take it through here, you can see how easy it just goes.
It really is like
really good.
Now you join us at the end of the A35 review and driving.
Yeah.
This is a
lot of driving.
A lot of driving. A lot of driving. I'm taking this over a Golf R.
All day.
I am taking this over a Golf R all day,
every day.
And this is cheaper.
It is cheaper.
It's much cheaper.
Thanks to South Africans putting markups on Golf Rs, this is quite a bit cheaper in some instances.
And we were actually speaking about this. That car is faster, but this feels quicker.
Yeah. Well, to put it in a summary, this car, because of its EQ boost, is quicker than all its competitors to 100, generally speaking, and in the initial accelerations, in-gear acceleration. Whereas the Golf R has a faster top end.
That is
so. Although the Golf R is faster top end wise, this is going to feel faster on a day-to-day basis because of that EQ boost in-gear acceleration.
Yeah, because it fills in the gaps of like
turbo lag.
Of turbo lag.
Yeah.
So you really get no such thing as turbo lag in it.
Yeah.
Which, for me personally, it does deprive me of that hot hatch sense.
Yeah.
Where you want to get that elastic performance.
Yes.
But
this is definitely on the level of nearly being super hatch level type of car.
Yeah. And
whereas to me, the hot hatches should always be front wheel drive, four banger in the front, and just enjoyment, because you know those cars on a wheel spin, you're gonna have turbo lag. This thing's like a weapon.
This thing is a weapon. It definitely is a weapon. But now this brings the question: do you need an A45?
I do not think so. For day-to-day driving, for daily performance, you're not going to be able to use all this performance.
No, not well. In the A45, you won't.
You won't for sure in the A45, and this is pushing it.
This
we
feels-
always say the magic number is between that 170 to like 200. If you want something fun and very usable, and this is pushing 235.
This is
with
235,
EQ boost,
which is around 315 horsepower.
310 to 350, and 4matic all-wheel drive,
Yeah. So you rest assured that you're going to be safe for
and
for
even
most of the
Michelin
time.
Pilot Sport 4s.
They
Sticky
work.
rubber.
They work. So yeah, overall, this is a 9 out of 10
Great car. 9 out of 10.
I'm
for
giving
sure.
9 out of 10.
Brilliant interior, brilliant exterior, great engine.
Amazing. So guys, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Well, we also have other cars coming like this in the future, which
Yes.
we can't be more excited for. So we'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.